Welcome to another episode of Faith in Home Buying. Again, Tamika Ellsworth, equipping people of faith for the home buying process. It's been a really interesting month, a good month at that. And I just feel that there's probably a shift, not only in just what the things that God has been doing in my life, but I'm sure what God is doing in the lives of others, especially you listening to this. So just know you're not alone. There's some stretching going on, and it's a good thing. And I was just talking to a friend today on my walk, my prayer walk. And, it's such a great thing when, you look at things like muscle memory, right? So when I used to really run track and do sports, it was one of the things that when I ran and hadn't ran for a while, maybe we were off for a little bit, but when we would come back to run and to train, I found that there was great muscle memory. Some it would hurt a little bit, things would get kind of, stretched out a little bit, but in the end, my body got back into the motion, and I became stronger and doing things even more. And, I see that in this season of life. And so as an encouragement, just to those that are going through a strengthening in this season, understand he will never leave you or forsake you. And understand too, that, God is still there to complete the work that he started. And sometimes that means that things are not going to be, it doesn't seem like it's going to be easy, but understand that it's all for the greater good of what you're being called to. So the stretching is important. David didn't just hit Goliath right immediately, right? He went through a lot of phases to get to the Goliath, and then ultimately even past the Goliath into kingship. So understand that when God does certain things, just know that you're not alone, and a lot of times it's seasonal, and there's probably someone else going through something else as well. And make sure you reach out. Even me, like in this season, there's some great things that have happening, and I'll talk more about some of the properties that I have, and hopefully it'll be a blessing for somebody that's listening, that's looking for a home or looking for an opportunity. But some updates and some news, just for me in like personal life as well. The great thing about stretching is going into different opportunities, and for myself, having the opportunity to expand business, not only business, but even, my family's reach as well. A lot of times people have asked me, I've gotten so many people into like their dream homes, dream land, dream lots, and all of those things. And it's amazing that, even the house that we have here, those that know the story, it was a miraculous story just to be able to be housed here in the Bay Area. God stretched us, as a family in order to get this particular home. And it's been such a blessing. And like I said, there's a lot of people that ask, when are you going to get your dream house? When are you going to do things? Because it's been years, right? Well, that time has pretty much finally come. It's an amazing thing that I'm able to expand not only my family, but my business outside of the area. I have a lot of clients that look to relocate to specifically Texas. And now I have the opportunity and the ability, not only just in real estate, but investments and development. So the life change that I've kind of announced on my Instagram, and if you follow me on there, remember that's Tamika Ellsworth on Instagram. But I made an announcement, and it's been well received. Not only the announcement of my family relocating and us actually having land and acquiring like over 2 acres of land, but also with my business. And so I've been able to now expand business. And what that means is starting a new company. And so it's finally that time that I've been released to start my own company. And so you'll be hearing a lot and probably seeing a lot if you are on social media or even on my website. But look out for Red Bow Real Estate. It's taking my Red Bow Magic phrase that I've been saying for a decade now, and just kind of expanding that into more of an experience. A lot of the things that I encapsulate with Red Bow Magic, it's just been something that I've just been saying for a while. And when people go inside, homes and in the in the end, when they finally get the keys, that's just, it's an experience. And so I'm able to now, those that from California, which I know there's a lot of you that want to either relocate or invest, I have the ability to do that now. And I'm super excited about not just building people, but actually building developments and communities. I'll be getting into more on building condos and townhouses, and that's pretty exciting. And just to be able to have homes that are affordable for people as well. And not only that, just the faith and home buying aspect continuing on in a completely different state, because, truth be told, everybody needs a little bit of hope and a little bit of help and a little bit of faith in order to continue on and carry on into home ownership. So pretty excited about that. Check out redbowre.com. That is redbow. re.com is the website. You can find out more information on that. You can always contact me at 408-561-7922. But follow me on Instagram, even the Instagram handle. If you go to Red Bow Real Estate on IG, and that's Red Bow Real Estate, make sure you kind of lock that in because I'll be having a lot of updates and information, as well as on Tamika Ellsworth. So I'm telling you, it's pretty exciting. A lot of things happening, and this is going to be as soon as August. And so August is my birthday month. So this is a treat, not only for my birthday, but for just our family. And I think we're going to drive there too. So if you have any insight on driving cross country, go ahead and reach out to me and give me some pointers. But I say all that, and it's a little scary. It is, but when God says go, and it just seems like, okay, wait a minute, this is not something that I would normally think about. But when you hear it again, and it's a resounding yes, and then it becomes settled, and it becomes kind of filled with peace, it's like, okay, well, then you go. And I think too many times a lot of us hear the word to go and to change and to switch and to do things, but based off of fear a lot, which is it's right, especially when you're moving a whole family, you stop and you don't go, or you kind of revert back and say, no, that couldn't be from you, because that just seems a little bit too far-fetched, right? But I know that it's on the end of it, it's going to be great community, great people, great time of building as well. So, and then workshops too. Those of you also that know me and have followed my my career, you know that I started off in carpentry, and this is kind of a call to those that are in the business, especially if you are a female in the building trades. My heart is to bring the building trades and actually just have exposure specifically to young women of color, as I was exposed to it. And I had no clue that real estate or carpentry would be something that I would actually like to do, but I was exposed to it. And the exposure brought about many opportunities that I would have never had before. Not only that, from missions trips to understanding the building process, to understanding certain things even that I use in my business right now, and as a realtor, I would have never gotten to real estate. It's an amazing thing to see even the people that are around me that I work with, seeing them and maybe exposing someone to lending, or to social media management, or to graphic design. There's so many avenues that you can go through. Safety, being an electrician, maybe you go into carpentry and you stay in it, right? But my heart is to really help exposure for young women. And I hope that with that exposure, a lot of the young women that may not have college, as an opportunity, or may not see college, maybe they will see that entrepreneur spirit, or just another way of doing life can be attained. So I'm excited. As you see, there's a whole lot of excitement. There's a whole lot of newness, but I do know that lives on the end of that will be transformed. And I do know that, it's even myself being stretched and growing in those areas is going to be definitely something that, I don't know that I'm hopefully my girls, because I have two of them, hopefully they look at it and they see that all things are possible when you have Christ inside you. All things are possible when you are walking out destiny and purpose, right? So that being said, I have some homes that I really want to bring to your attention, and maybe someone that's listening, they hear homes, or they've been thinking about home ownership. You've been thinking about getting into the game. And before I give to the homes, I do want to talk about just the market itself. And this is what my buyers are experiencing, and this is what I'm experiencing even on the listing side of things. And it's when you understand that the market itself, when you have historically still lower than about 7-8%, it's still historically low. And for the past 2 months, things that have changed completely with people is that having a 2% interest rate, and you're looking at maybe, I don't know, $1 million homes. Yeah, it makes a big difference that you can actually afford these $1 million homes. And these are areas that you probably, would have never been in had the interest rate still stayed about 4-6%. Remember, it was that decrease. And so what I'm seeing with my buyers, and what I'm seeing with being a listing agent, is that you have those in that pool that have, the last 2 months have dropped out of that pool. And their sights are set on these $1 million homes, but they really should be in the 800, maybe even in the 700 price point range. So I'm going to send you I'm going to talk about some homes on the next half, and these homes might fit your criteria. I hope they do. They're still in the market. So stand by. I'm going to be talking about those. One's going to be in San Francisco, the other one in Morgan Hill. Equipping people of faith for the home buying process. Stay tuned. So like I promised, I wanted to talk about some homes that I have on the market that I think will be a great fit for someone listening today. Those that are tired of, there's still some competitive markets, don't get me wrong, but those that have been tired, and maybe these homes would actually fit the bill on somebody that's looking for something in Morgan Hill. And then I have two that are in San Francisco. So the first one that's in Morgan Hill is 18530 Monterey Road. Man, it's a nice place, and I am so surprised that it's still on the market. Believe me, around 3 months ago, it would have been completely off on the first 7 days. But we're approaching about the average days on market, about 20-ish days. But I want to make sure I put it on here because I think it's going to be a great fit for somebody. It is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1773 square foot townhome / condo. And it's in Morgan Hill. Honestly, the amenities in the community, basketball court, bocce, there's a pool, on these nice hot days, greatly manicured and maintained premises, built in 2014. It is definitely something that you at least want to take a look at. We'll be having open houses. Actually, as this is airing, we'll be having open house on today, as well as just over the weekend. And it's listed at $899, and it's competitively priced. And it's again, the only reason why it is sitting is just because, again, we have to wait for the right buyers and the right pool of price point in order to purchase this home. There literally is nothing really going on in the inside. We have reports and everything, disclosures. So yes, come to the website. Remember, that's 18530 Monterey, and that's MONTEREY road.com. Definitely is something you want to take a look at over the weekend, or if you need a private tour or interested, make sure you reach out to me, let me know. There's another one. So we have 50 Gerald place over or Gerald Avenue, unit 410. This is in San Francisco. Now, like, beautiful is an understatement of this home. It's been literally designed, and my clients purchased it actually brand new in 2016. It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,342 square foot condo in San Francisco, and it is immaculate. The beauty about it is where it's located. So it's located in the San Francisco shipyard, kind of Hunters Point area, one of the last waterfront areas in San Francisco. And the views that it has of I don't know if you guys remember, in San Francisco, there's an iconic view of the crane that the naval shipyard used to use. But they have a view not only from the top floor, but the bottom floor of this crane, and kind of a peekaboo out of the kitchen of the Bay Area. What's nice is at the top part of the property, they have a kind of like a rooftop, and you can see views of the whole Bay Area from there. They have a lot of lounge areas on the outside too, but the website, in order to find out more information on this one, again, it's 50 Gerald, and that's JERROLD 410.com. 50gerald410.com. It definitely is something that you want to check out as well. We will have open houses over the weekend for that too. And the price point to that is $945. So to be able to get something that's been this designed to the T is definitely a work of art. And I say that, and I really don't mean to take that lightly. It is designed by LuxPad Interiors. It was the whole house, even the whole furniture, just the whole place. It was actually in a magazine as well. The designers by LuxPad Interiors, beautiful designers, and my clients are even willing to sell the home furnished. And not a lot of people are doing that, but willing to sell it furnished as well. And that's completely negotiable too. The nice thing about this one is it has an extra den. So it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but it has an extra den on the upstairs area, which is just great. They turned it into a media room. And so there's a whole lot of sitting area and sitting space. You can even use it as an office if you want to. I think at one point it was, but they turned it into a media room. It's nice hardwood floors. So like real hardwood floors, dark hardwood floors. There's also the whole house is smart. It's a smart home. So it is Google operated, from the lights to the shades and shutters going down, Nest thermostats, everything. It's dialed in. And that's one of the things that makes it really, really just a really, really a home for someone to really relax in and entertain in as well. There is one parking space that's included in the shared garage as well underneath, and it's all secure as well. So definitely, if you are interested in this one, both of them are great properties, on Morgan Hill one and in the San Francisco one, give me a call. I will probably have a whole lot more information on it too on my Instagram, Tamika Ellsworth. You can catch me there. But again, this website is 50gerald410.com. I do have a second one, and this is more of a fixer. So all my investors that are listening, I have an investment property that's available to you. And this one, it's where that it's located is right in the dog patch area, right off of 3rd Street. So 2636, 2638 3rd Street in San Francisco. And this one is a duplex. So, this is definitely something that one of my investors who's listening would want to at least take a look at. And I'm only having private showings just because the home is in need of repair. But, those with, eyes to see and vision will be able to see exactly the everything that needs to be done, and we'll see the value of the home and the space. This one, each unit is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath units, and they're approximately 900 to 1,000 square feet in each unit. which is great. It's a great amount of space. They are vacant on the bottom is vacant. The top is just an owner occupant, so it can be delivered empty at close of escrow. But that's definitely something that you would want to at least take a look at. And so if you're interested, remember my number 408-561-7922 for a private tour. We don't have a website for this one, but I will be having it live today, so you can catch that on Redfin as well. And again, that address is 2638 3rd Street in San Francisco. Duplex. We're going to be starting the offering price on that one at 1.1. So it's kind of nice. The things going around it are selling for about 1.9, 2.1, just because of where it's located at. And if you see on the Matterport, when you're looking at things, you can kind of walk through. We'll have that on to the social media sites and the public sites as well. Today, you can see that. But where it's located, it's distinctly, it is kind of in between two kind of commercial spots. It is designed for a multi-unit living, but it does definitely have space that for their storefront or for something that is, I don't know, something more modern, especially because of the area. There's a lot of shops that are in the area. There's a lot of eateries. Next door is a barbershop. I mean, it's really, really nice where it's located, and the walkability is great. Across the street, there is just even more places, restaurants to eat on the actual street. It's not that far from the stadium as well. So again, that's in Dogpatch. It's a duplex. And it is a fixer. And so it's probably going to be just investors that are going to be looking at it. But again, I am more than welcome to take you on a private tour if it's something that you think that you might see, or something that you think that someone else might see. Let them know my number and my information, and I would definitely get them in order to view. But that will be coming live today. One of the things with this particular unit, it has a lot of historical context to it. The owner, she had the home for over 80 years. That's kind of awesome. And it's still in the family. So they're selling it as a trust sale, but it's a beautiful thing. So that it's been in the family for so long. And it does have an historical value to it. So there's a lot with this particular property. And so hopefully someone coming in can see that value and be able to bring it to its glory, or bring it up in its glory, and, shine up this gem. So today was a little bit more just kind of information. I do appreciate you hanging on, but there's a lot of things going on. I'll have another one probably coming up in Vallejo as well, and I'll talk about that on a future episode. We're kind of getting everything worked out from there. But even if you are interested in Vallejo, hit me up, let me know. Thank you, everyone. And I'm excited as what I talked about at the top of the show. There's a lot of expansion going on and a lot of things that are happening, but they're all good things and great things to continue to help the people that I service and those of you that are listening. So just know your prayers. Thank you for them. I do appreciate them. And I do believe that in this next season, it's going to be the affecting of more people, being able to expand faith in the home buying sector to even more areas and more households. And so thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the calls. Thank you for the encouragement. And thank you for even believing that I can help you in your home ownership journey. Until next time, this is Tamika Ellsworth, equipping people of faith for the home buying process. Be blessed.